So over the last month, I've streamed 60 hours on vertical streams, and I have a lot of analytics that I want to show you to talk about how vertical streaming has literally changed the trajectory of how I see live streaming, especially not only for my content, but maybe even for your content. Let's get into it. Pardon the horrible streaming background with, the garage behind me. We'll be back in the studio for the next few videos, but I wanted to make this while I was thinking about it. I wanted to hang out with Hudson. Hudson, you want to come say hello? Yeah, so we're here literally watching something on the TV. Hudson, let's say we're just hanging out. So what you're seeing here is a spreadsheet of all of the analytics that I've just kind of compiled in a place so we could talk about them today. And I feel like my teacher days are coming back. If you didn't know, I was a high school music teacher for over 10 years. I taught chorus and orchestra. And this totally gave me the I'm a teacher again vibes.
Data brokers will sell your information to spammers, scammers, or anyone who may want to target you. Your full name, email, health records, your address, everything is out there. That's why I've been using Aura, today's sponsor. Aura shows me exactly who's using my information and automatically submits opt-out requests so that this information can get out of their hands. Cleaning up this information not only prevents spam, but also protects me from hackers being able to use this information to gain access to social media accounts, bank accounts, and so much more. It's really easy to set up, and I don't have to download several different apps to be able to do things like VPN, antivirus, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and so much more. I get everything at one affordable price. I value my privacy and I value yours. So go to aura.com/darkened to start your 14-day free trial now. Once again, thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it.
So as you can see, my first live stream was February 16th, which is a month to the day today, which is March 16th of recording this. When I did these streams, that was, I wanted to do in 30 days, 31 days, whatever it was, as many streams as I could. I did 60 hours and streamed 16 days, essentially 15 days within those that time to make that. So they averaged about 4 hours a stream. And so everything that was occurring on all of that was talking about how to do channel reviews and taking a look at people's content. And I had to navigate this very strategically so I wasn't getting copyright matched all over the place, but we made it work. Anyway, I want to show you these analytics and talk you through everything that happened and see if you are seeing similar trends, similar things. There's a couple of really weird quirks that I want to talk about. We'll get to those towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. What we're going to talk about is average views and max. I never streamed on YouTube consistently, so everything that you're seeing is like almost fresh data from my channel. I didn't stream a lot just because it wasn't what I thought would. I honestly felt like it would kill the channel if I started live streaming. Anyway, looking at average views and maxes, we can see 13 is what we would have for the average, and in parentheses, that's what the maximum reported in YouTube analytics would show. Now, when I was live, the maximum numbers were a lot higher than this, but for some reason later they show up lower numbers in YouTube analytics. Don't know why, but that's what happens. There are several streams I saw well over 100 viewers in the actual chat. Or in the actual analytic bar, but it reported a lot lower. So whatever that means, I'm not sure. So we can see as we did this up until about stream 7 and 8, which was my best stream, I believe was actually stream 8. We had a gradual increase not only in average viewership, but also in the maximum, which was really nice, except for 6, which I had my stream pooped out a little early. So that one's a little low because of that. But we had this gradual boost all the way up to there. And my best stream was number 8, which was 44 average and 69 max. But this is the stream I saw about 120 people in the stream while we were doing it. And this is where I started to see the decline also. And I think this was about a week or so after it released. It says February 26th is when I did it. This was about where I think maybe the popularity of vertical lives started falling off, and it wasn't like this huge push for normal people being in the shorts feed. So maybe that has something to do with it. My content hasn't changed necessarily, and it's been pretty awesome since then. So I'm not really sure what happened with that. We'll continue to do these, and maybe I'll make an update on this. But those are the average views and maxes, and I can actually leave this spreadsheet down in the description if you guys are just absolutely curious and want to go take a look at it to see the data yourself. I can leave it down there if you want. So anyway, we have all these average views. We have estimated revenue in all of the streams from a month ago to today. In total, between memberships and donations and super chats, we got almost $200, $193.68. My son's running around here with some cars. But almost $200 just in super chats, donations, and memberships, which was completely unheard of. I didn't even think that was going to be possible, whatever the case. So, and that was over and above the normal amount of money that I would have made that month. So I'm very happy with that. But most importantly, I'm just very thankful for the people who not only donated, but also supported the channel through what we were doing. And at that same point, I just want to say thank you to all the mods who jumped into channel and were actually able to assist and help, because we'll talk about why that was really important in a moment as well. We streamed for a month. For impressions, we had 135,000 people that my stream was shown to in the shorts feed. The click-through rate was about 2% on average all the way across, some of them nearing 4 and 5%, which is kind of low, but I also think this impression click-through rate has to deal with the views post the actual video being live streamed, because I left all my streams up to see what would happen if I left them up. Would people want to go back and watch them? And they're still getting views as of right now, which is interesting. Most people will just live and then unlist them. I left them up to see what would happen. Looking at views, just in total between all of the views for these, I got 57,000 views that added to my channel for the whole month. Average view duration, this isn't anything really necessarily to pay attention to. I'll say this. It says 1 minute and 30 was the average or whatever, but I had consistently people who would join my streams, and still do, who join my streams at the front, stay for hours and hours. 4 hours the whole time, constantly chatting and having a conversation. It has been a very welcoming experience to do this, and I felt like there was a lot more love on my channel in that chat than I've seen probably in other opportunities that I've done with live streaming. I don't know, YouTube just feels different. I don't know if it feels better, but it definitely feels different than when streaming on Twitch or on any other platform. It just feels different. And then watch time in total, we got about 1,500 hours of watch time. So I think there's a lot of things to consider when you look at this. If these actually add to your analytics, which I do believe they do if you leave the videos up live, if they add to your analytics, I don't see why you wouldn't implement streaming vertical live, especially if you're a Twitch streamer and you're trying to figure out, well, I can't stream on TikTok because I don't have the 1,000 followers, but I could stream on YouTube vertical. This is a viable option to get, not only in a vertical feed so you can get the impressions, but an option to grow your stream, because this is going to count towards your monetization. Don't quote me if that's correct or not. This is only a month into this, but I'm pretty sure this counts towards monetization. Someone hit me down in the comments, or if I find out, I'll pin a comment. What I do want to show you is this. This is actually a live stream that I did, I think it was actually 2 days ago, and loved this stream. We just talked about the TikTok ban, but I did it in horizontal format rather than vertical to see what my analytics would look like. And what we ended, my son is running around screaming Hot Wheels. What we ended up with what they reported, which is a 12 peak 8 average. And this was my normal audience was hanging out in here, which is really cool. And though those numbers might seem low or high to you, in my opinion, I had, again, probably the most active chat, and we were having a good conversation, and there wasn't any moments of downtime. It was upbeat, it was active, really awesome conversations, and I don't think I could ask for anything different when it came to doing live streams. It just felt nice. This happened early on. This is actually stream 7, and it happened a few different streams to where you can see there are these weird spikes right here, and this is where it would actually go into the algorithm and actually be shown to more people in the YouTube Shorts feed, and it would go back to the average. It would get shown back to the average, and this is it's peaking around 50s or 60s or something. Yeah, I was jumping up to 100 viewers at this time, and we'd have a whole bunch of chatting that would happen, but this was almost exactly 35 minutes apart every single time. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they were testing out something, but this was so interesting that I knew, looking at the clock, when my actual viewership would jump up, because every 35 minutes it would occur. It was it was kind of creepy how it was happening. But anyway, if you're having the same thing, comment below. But this was interesting that this occurred. Here's some things that were interesting that I want to mention. Okay, I had an enormous amount of trolls actually join the chat. So very early on, I actually moderated or added as moderators a lot of people who were jumping in and who were consistent in my chat. I added them as moderators to kind of basically take care of all of that. And they are fantastic. Love them. Honestly, I don't think that any of these streams could have been successful without having them as moderators. So my heart's out to you guys. Thank you so much. And my encouragement to you is if you have regulars in your stream and you do trust what they're doing, just add them as a moderator, regardless of what platform you're streaming on. I think that that's important. But my normal moderators weren't active when I was doing these, so I had to add some new ones in, and it actually turned out really awesome. So, and it was a really great opportunity to just connect with new people. You know, we've created this membership. They're able to actually come in and get their channel reviewed on priority access. They get access to me on Discord with a dedicated channel and ask questions. And it's been a really awesome experience to see people supporting the channel. And I'm not saying monetarily supporting, but I'm talking about just being in chat, having conversations, commenting on other videos, going to check out them, sharing my streams and my videos. It has been a very opening, and not opening, but eye-opening experience for me that I think I need to prioritize live streams. I didn't post as much horizontal. Actually, I didn't post as much content on my channel over the last few weeks because I was putting so much emphasis on lives to see what would happen. We'll return back to normal uploads. I actually have like 6 or 7 videos ready to go, plus some sponsorships that we need to talk about. So what did I learn through all of this? I think it's important that you try new things, especially when it comes to content. And being stale and being stuck in what you're doing creates an opportunity for you to just not grow. And in this case, I tried something that I haven't been doing on my channel. It was, in my opinion, hugely successful. And from that, I think it's going to pivot what I'm doing moving forward and my content strategy to really focus on how do I continue to capitalize on something that's this awesome. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you want to see some other cool videos, check out these 2 that are on the screen. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.